Hey, my name is Anna Moore, and I interviewed Rain Compton for this interview. Rain is my small group leader in Montgomery. She hosted a small group for high school girls, and it honestly was so amazing. She was always at midweeks and at Church of the Highlands when I was there, and so it was always so fun to see her. Honestly, I look up to Rain as a mentor. She is so vulnerable, and I knew that she practices her spiritual disciplines so well, and so that's why I chose to interview her. The first question I asked Rain were, what spiritual disciplines do you practice daily? Rain says that she practices reading her Bible daily, which is obviously so amazing. Number two, she prays daily, but she also incorporates prayer in every single moment of her life. She also fasts and prays, but she does that on the weekends because that's what time works best for her, and she tries to do this once every 1 to 2 months. She also serves twice a week. She serves in one youth group and one women's group. The next question I asked Rain were, how did you first learn about these disciplines? Rain's answer was Church of the Highlands, and also a mentor and people alongside of her to guide her and to walk her through these and to really encourage her to read and get into the Word of God. And to show her kind of what these spiritual disciplines would look like. She says the Word of God is so amazing, but having someone that's tangible to show you these really helped her. The next question I asked her were, what benefits has she experienced from these practices? She said a more intimate relationship with the Lord and how she can be real with the Lord and tell Him everything that she's feeling. She said there's no fluff. It's not always sunshines and rainbows, but she can tell Him and be honest with everything that she's feeling. The next question I asked Rain were, what challenges have you experienced through these practices? This is a quote that Rain said. The enemy doesn't want you to be consistent in nothing, especially with anything that is going to progress your relationship with the Lord. I love this quote and definitely something that I'm going to take away because the enemy is constantly at attack at us. And she says there's just mornings that she wakes up and just does not feel like getting in the Word or praying or worshiping. And so this is something that she has to remind herself of. An example is she wakes up tired, so she knows that she needs to go to bed earlier the next night. And sometimes she'll still wake up tired, but she has to ask herself these questions. Do you love the Lord? Do you want the things of the Lord? And are you going to continue seeking after Him? And eventually your habits will become a discipline and it'll become a healthy habit. You've just got to do it anyway. It's kind of out of discipline is what she was encouraging me to do. Another challenge that she faces is on the weekends when she is praying and fasting, it is hard to say no to her friends. I feel like this is something that I can relate to in the season of my life that I'm in, of wanting to say yes to everything. And Rain really encouraged me when she says this as, if I've set time apart to fast, that I need to say no to other things that might come in that time, because that is time for just me and the Lord. The last question I asked Rain was, how has God met you through these disciplines? And she described it more as God has met me through His faithfulness, because when it's challenging, He's always faithful. She often reminds herself how easy it is for her to fall and how easy it is for the Lord to pick her back up. She's always reminded of the reverence of the Lord through His faithfulness, which I really love and something that's been big for this season in my life. She also says that God has blessed her with character development while learning these disciplines, which is one of our pillars here at Highlands College, so I thought that was awesome. Something that I will take away from this interview is really how Rain's vulnerability through this interview has really helped me, especially with not wanting to get up in the morning and do these spiritual disciplines, because that is something that's real. When I'm tired and I don't feel like getting up and spending time with the Lord, Rain is just like, okay, well, do you love the Lord? Are you wanting to continue to seek after Him? And there are going to be days because we're flesh that we don't feel like doing it. And so that's something I really encouraged, and how I can see my spiritual disciplines grow from this interview is reminding myself the reverence of the Lord and how easy it is for me to fall short of sin, and how easy it is for the Lord to grab me up. And I really would love to build my faithfulness through these spiritual disciplines, and getting up and reading my Bible every day and praying constantly throughout my moments of the day, and not just one time of my day, but constantly throughout my day. And so that is what I learned, and I was really grateful that I got to interview Rain, and I love this assignment. Thank you so much.